unwashed part of his body, fingernail, hand, etc., it will render the water as used and therefore not useful for ablution or bathing. Using such water for drinking or cooking is disliked. Mar- Maruk.
Makruh. Okay, Arhan, thank you. Fahad, would you start reading from there?
Okay, sir.
Okay, what will
What will
happen?
happen if water is mixed with salt and tea and water is changed? There are two cases. If water isn't changed into another thing, so it is pure, it is useful for cleanliness because it is still pure. If water is mixed with ink, tea, or juice, it will be changed into another thing. Read the following situations and if water is suitable for ablution or not. Kinds
Okay,
of water.
leave it. Thank you. All right, guys. So, what we are going to discuss today, guys, we are going to discuss today the kinds of water and the purity. We are going to discuss pure water. In the next chapter, we'll discuss impure water. So, staying clean is extremely important in Islam. If one is not in the state of purity, so they would not be able to fulfill any ibadah, any rituals which needs purity like salah, reciting Quran. That's why Islam gives great importance on being clean and pure. The way we purify our body with the use of pure clean water. It is very important to understand that how pure water is classified and when water become unusable for us to purify ourselves. So first I will discuss that there are different types of pure water. Like I'm going to discuss some water which are pure in its original form, like rainwater. Water coming from rain is considered as pure. Pure definition, what is pure definition, guys? That it is not changed by impurity. Any impurities, if you put in that pure water, so it will not be changed. There is also, we say the quantity, but we will discuss that in later on. So what is pure water? That cannot be changed by impurity. If you put something in water, let's suppose sea water, if you put something in the sea, something impure in the sea, so that will not make the water impure, because in the sea that is a running water. So running water is always a pure water. When you put something, it will run away and then it will be again pure. Okay. So pure water cannot be changed by other is the water which cannot be changed by impurity. Rainwater I discussed, sea water like river water, any running water, okay, or water like melted from snow, okay. So these type of waters are pure water in its original form. If you put something impure in it, and because they are running water, so they will go, that will run away and the water will be still pure. Are you getting my point, guys?
Yes, sir.
That's very good. Okay, now guys, pure water can be used for purifying our body. Okay, so I'm going to discuss something about pure water and purifier. Water, any water, any pure water in its original form without any modification, like such type of water can be used for purify also and clean oneself for ritual activities. So all the types I discussed, rainwater, seawater, these waters we can use to purify ourselves, to take a bath, to make ablution. Okay, so this water we can use for purifying our body. Purifying means to wash our body, to take a bath, to make ablution. But there is some water uh, which is pure, and also we can use it for purifying, but which is disliked. This is that water which is pure, and again we can use such water to clean and purify oneself, but it is dislike. You can say makruh to use this water for a couple of reasons. Like an example, a water when a domestic cat or a such domestic animal drinks this water, when the quantity of the water is small. So in such instance, we should avoid this water using for purification. That would not be recommended if anyone will do so. Otherwise, if anyone does this water to clean and purify oneself, it will not be sinful, and he will achieve the purification, but it will be disliked. It is makruh to use this water. Are you getting my point, guys? Let's suppose
Yes, sir.
you have water,
Yes,
and
sir.
in that water, some of the domestic animal, if cat or like this drinks water from that, so it is not recommended for you to use that water for purifying your body or to make ablution. Okay, if you do so,
Okay, sir.
you will not be sinful and you will achieve the purification, but it is not recommended that you will do so. It is disliked, it is makruh tanzili. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to discuss that the quantity. Guys, quantity matters. Quantity matters too much. Okay, like if you have pure water in a very little quantity, so like we discussed about the running water. I'm discussing about now still water, a water which is you know you have fixed water which is not running, still water we can say. So in that water, if it is in very little quantity, so this pure water can be affected by any impurity. Arhan, I will come to the I'll come there and I'll answer it. Okay, wait for a while. Yes. So what I was discussing, I was discussing about the quantity, guys. That quantity matters. When you have a very small quantity of pure water, Arhan, please close your mic. I can hear my sound repeatedly. Yes. So I was telling you, when you have a little quantity of water, so it can be affected. It can be affected by impurity. Let's suppose if you have only 1 glass water, and in 1 glass water, if uh, your finger cuts and the blood goes into that water, so tell me, the water, the glass water will be pure or impure? It be
Impure. Impure.
Yes, you cannot do make ablution, or you cannot use this water for purity, right?
Yes.
But same, if there is a big pond, or there is a big swimming pool, or you put your finger cuts and 2 or 3 uh, drops of blood drop into that pool or pond, so the whole water will be impure or pure?
Somehow it will run.
It will not run. It is, I'm talking about a swimming pool, right? It is a still water. But
Pure, it's pure.
because it is having, a swimming pool is having a good quantity of water,
If you
right?
put too much blood, it will
Then
be impure.
yes, we need too much blood for that, but some drops will not make it impure. Okay, only.
Yes,
So that is the reason, guys, that if you have very little quantity of water, so impurity will impact it, and that will make it impure. But and you can do the purification. You cannot do the purification with that water. But if you have a huge quantity of water, and in huge quantity of water, if little impurity mix with it up, so it will not become impure, and water is still you can use for purifying your body. Like I discussed with the swimming pool, if you have a big swimming pool and only 2 3 drops of water or blood mix into the water, even then you can use the water of that swimming pool for purifying your body. Is that clear, guys?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to discuss about some water which we cannot use for purification of our body. A water which is in its original form, but like we cannot use it to purify our body. Let's suppose uh, this water has already been used by us to make wudu. Now that water does not become impure after being used. Guys, before telling to you this, I tell you that water can be impure if any of the three qualities of the water changes. Okay, what three? The first thing is color. If you put something in the water, that will change the color of the water, like ink and coffee in a little quantity of water. Obviously, if you put in the swimming pool um, half glass tea, so that will not change the color of the swimming pool water, right? If it's in little quantity, and when you put something into the water, so you put something pure. Okay, whether it's a pure, like whether you are putting something pure, so if its color change, its taste change, and its smell change. Taste, like when you drink water, you know the taste of the water, but when you put something which change the whole taste of the water. And one thing, if you put some thing which change the smell of the water, so that water would not be used for purifying body. Okay, so these are three qualities: color, taste, or um, smell, that can make water unpurifier. So I was discussing you guys which water we cannot use for purifying our body. I told you that water we use, let's suppose for wudu, that doesn't become impure after being used. Obviously, it is same water. It is not impure now. The water we are using for wudu, it is pure water, and we are making ablution. But that water, after using, after making ablution, is not impure now. But that water cannot be reused by someone else or even us to remove impurity again. Okay, let's suppose you are washing, you are making ablution, the water has left the limb that you were washing, so you cannot use that water to purify another limb. If you are washing the arms, let's suppose for wudu, and what happened, the water drips from the arm onto the feet. So that doesn't mean that your feet don't need to didn't need to be washed with the pure water. The water that left the arm and fell on the feet is not a purifier. That's why you need to wash your feet with the purified water. Are you getting my point? Yes, guys, are you getting my point?
Yes, sir, I'm getting your
Yes, sir.
point.
I'm giving you an example again. Let's suppose you are making wudu. While making wudu, while washing your arms for wudu, from your arms, the water you used drop down from to the feet. Okay. In the end, you wash your feet also to you purify your feet also. But with that water, if your feet get wet, that doesn't mean that your feet is now you have purified your feet. Okay. It needs a pure water to be purified. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Okay. And water that comes out of tree and fruits are classified as pure water. But we cannot use such water to achieve to acquire ritual impurity. Any water which has been removed from its nature, like its ability to flow, or if you see the change in its thickness, it may be due to cooking or anything overcoming the natural ability of the water that will make it thick. Such water will also not be used for achieving purification. The water is still pure, but it cannot use purify anything. Another example, guys, we have like daily drinks. These all are pure liquids like juices and different juices, Coke. Okay, so we can touch them, use them, and if such liquid was fall onto our clothes, so that will not make our cloth impure. But we cannot use these liquids to make purification, to achieve purification. Clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes, sir,
sir.
clear.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Guys, in natural water, it has ability to flow naturally, and it will not lose its thinness. So water will be classified as a pure water, which can be used for getting purification. Now I will discuss what happened when we mixed water with solids or something like this. When pure water is mixed with any solids that remove some of the qualities of water, so what happens? The two things can be affected. Its density means its thinness, and the flow of the water, its fluidity. How does the water flow naturally? If the liquid has two qualities and it loses one of the quality, or if the liquid has three qualities and loses two of the qualities, it is classified that it has been dominated. For example, milk has two qualities, taste and color. If one of the qualities were be lost, you classify being dominated and not usable. Obviously, guys, if you're using milk and you put some liquid in the milk that much that the milk taste change, so it will not be usable for you. So I hope, guys, you have got the idea of pure water now, and we have discussed the different things related to pure water, right, guys?